How's it going, guys? This is the Friday night show. Hopefully you enjoy. This is a pre-match slash post-match, well, post-match slash pre-match. This is the best of both worlds on a Friday now. When our Europa League started, it is the best of both worlds. We can talk about the previous game that happened last night, and the obviously next coming game on the Sunday will most likely be on a Sunday or Monday coming after this game. But yes, I hope you want to get views in. I really want to get stuck in. It's going to be a big show. And I do want to get your voice in because it was a game of views, I think, yesterday. Some people are happy, some people are not. Let's get into it, and we'll get your comments in right after this video.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, how is everyone doing? Let's get some comments in the chat. So, evening, Reedy. Yes, welcome, great. Fee, welcome. Maz, evening as well. Lily Barnes yesterday. We'll get into that as soon as possible. Kane, also, welcome. Appreciate you all coming in. Make sure you get your comments in the chat, and we'll try and talk about them as and when we get them. But yeah, so last night's game, obviously, we'll start with that. What was our thoughts on it? I think when the team news came out, I don't know if many people were happy. I think people were asking for Daka, 2 strikers, a 4-4-2. You got everything you asked for. And do you think they played well? For me, it was an iffy one. I think when I saw it, I thought that's a big risk for a Europa League game, especially one of the biggest games in the Europa League Group Stage for us. I think we played well. There was a bit of sloppy moments in the game, but I've got to give credit that a lot of the players haven't played together as much as they wanted to. In the half, the main squad was on the bench. It was a bit here or there for it. There's one comment there we'll get into later because that's my thoughts on it. Napoli fans are animals. Yes, I'm not going to talk about that though. Mick, I'm still concerned that we are nowhere near playing that level we can. Too many players off form. Tillen's been one of them. Yes. It's a hard one to take because the thing is, you see moments of quality in the team, and then 1 second later you make some stupid mistake, and then it goes looking like we're crap again. It's something that I just don't want. I don't know. Obviously, I know we can't be perfect every single second over 90 minutes, but if you make a mistake, make sure you don't let it happen, or don't let it lead to a goal or whatnot. Don't even all City fans, yes, welcome, mate. Play 2 strikers at all time, I guess, but then that drops Barnes unless you go to a 4-4-2. And I think Rodgers was a reason why you made subs such as Yuri Tillemans and Maddison, because he just didn't have enough in the middle of the park, and it was just, I get what he meant. He didn't have the ball enough, and that's what changed the game when Yuri Tillemans came on. We were desperately struggling to hold on the lead and closing the game out. I don't think so. I think 1-0 and then the 2-0 with Daka, I think we played really well. It's just when I think that goal got cancelled out. Yes, we scored again, but I think if Daka's goal counted, it was a different story. I think we would have shut the game out. I think because they got the option after the second goal came out, they looked a lot better side against us, and we just didn't look as quality as we were. Yes, we got a goal pretty much straight after, but it wasn't the same after that goal went in and then got taken off us. But yeah, so she's still making mistakes, I guess. But we'll go on to that about the team news and whatnot later. But it was a bit of an iffy one because, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of Evans now. He doesn't want to seem to move the ball quick enough for us. He keeps kinds of waits and waits and waits for the players to make a move for him. And don't get me wrong, Soonchu didn't look as confident yesterday, but it's just about confidence, really. Against Napoli, maybe too many changes. A bit impressed with Reedy in the midfield. Yeah, I would instead of the referee giving cards that shouldn't have been given, I guess. But yeah, the sooner Fofana is back, better the character was awful. Yes. Telemans and Madison doesn't work. Yes, Jack, that is the case again. But like I said, his reasoning putting them on is because he needs more midfield, which was the issue. Amanda, I am well. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, there's a load of views in the chat. It's hard to kind of work out, but we will get Grain in a minute. Madison doesn't work. I don't think Madison. It's not the fact that Madison doesn't work. It's just because I don't know. He seemed a bit more on it last night because I feel like he had to do something to impress. Whereas when he starts, he just knows he's in the team and that's it. So you don't have to do anything to have to start, if you know what I mean. I think we would have won if Daka's goal stood. Yes, great. That is perfectly right. I think we would have. Vestergaard needs more to do. Needs to do more. I don't think so. The side that Osimhen scored his second was against the Unchu side. So would Vestergaard have won it if it was against him? I don't know. But we'll get into it. Didn't go with the strongest 11 too many changes. Ref was a joke. Second part, I'd understand, and yes, I know it is. Like I say, it's backwards and forth. Do you like the 11 that got given, or would you have the starting 11 that we started in the Premier League? Because then you'd risk going into the Premier League with them on Sunday. We will get Graham because he has been waiting patiently. Gray, how are we doing, mate?
Just rewind a minute. Did you say you're not a fan of Evans?
It's an iffy one. I do like how he plays and I like how his leadership is. It just feels like the moment it goes to him, he just slows the game down a bit for me. I don't know why. Like every time I saw him get to the ball, he was like, just come to me because I need to pass it to someone. Whereas someone like Vestergaard would actually make a bit of a run into the midfield and make a pass to ease it out of defence. Like I said, Evans, I don't think that does happen much.
We lost our shape when Evans went off at the back. We lost the command.
I guess that is one part where, yes, I guess that's what we needed about Evans. It's just, for me, it's just a bit too slow for my like. And I don't know why. I think now, because we had Fofana and Siunchu in the sort of squad with him, obviously there's a bit more speed in there, whereas now it's Vestergaard and Evans. It was a bit too slow.
I did like how Evans and Vestergaard teamed up well.
Oh, yeah.
I think last night, I thought we looked very narrow across the middle when the team news came out, and I perhaps would have gone a 3-5-2. But
yeah.
Perez took his goal well. I'm going to say he took his goal well and that, but 2 minutes before he took his goal, he did some stupid chip back pass to someone that nearly came unstuck, and he's passing, he still can't find the man in blue. And I'll admit when I'm wrong, but he still can't pass to a Leicester player. And he did take his goal well, and that's it. And there's going to be a lot of hate coming towards me in a minute, but
no, there's going to be a lot of hate coming towards me in a minute, is what I'm going to say.
I would have started Lookman. I would have gone 3-5-2 with Daka and Nacho up front.
Right, so here's my thoughts on Perez. Do you know what? I'm going to give him credit again last night. I think after he came off, we were a completely different side. Don't get me wrong, he was a bit sloppy still. Yes, he took his goal right, but I think he was doing everything he could to try and get the ball back. Every time they were running at us, he tried to put a foot in, trying to win the ball back. I don't know why. I feel like he was one of our better players yesterday. I don't know why, and I know everyone's going to hate me for that, but I just thought, we were talking about it before the game with Tom, who does the stream as well. I think this is the point where I think he needs to prove himself, and I think the right mid position, when we play the 4-4-2, is better for him than a more of a wide winger situation. He gets more... I don't know.
You can't fault his work rate. You cannot fault his work rate.
Last game,
he was chasing. He was trying to chase everything down and everything else. But I just think there's better subs that aren't getting in the team because of Perez, and I'll be interested to see what team goes out on Sunday.
Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be shocked if Perez is in that starting 11. Oh wait, no, he can't be actually, can he? He's got one more game ban. He's got one more game ban on that. Yes, he's got one more, I think. Unless I'm wrong, comments can say if I'm wrong, but I think he is. But I think this is the comment for me. I think it was harsh on Perez being subbed. I don't think he did much wrong. Yes, again, don't get me wrong, his touch isn't the best, his passing isn't the best, but just them little 1-2 passes on the right hand side, I think yesterday for me was just so helpful in getting the balls through. I think he was one of our most, what's the word? I think he's one of my most clinical players for us in that first half. He was doing so well for us, I think. And I know people are going to be, I don't know. For me, I think when he came off, it changed the game a bit for me, and it changed the team, how it played. And I think the extra midfielder didn't help for us in the second half. But obviously that was Rodgers' kind of idea to it. But we'll get a few comments in because I have spoken too much already on Perez. But Perez is lightweight, not strong enough. That is one point to him that I don't like. Need to see. Oh, here we go. Jack was on this again every 2 seconds last night. Ricardo on the right wing. Sunday with Cassagna right back.
Hey, Reedy, you were in the pizzeria with Jack last night, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
So what about the bold pizzeria man behind the counter? Do you not think that's a bold Jack Marson?
Near enough, yeah. I must admit. Since that comment came out, I think we were saying that. But for me, I don't get me wrong, Ricardo's good at attacking wise. I just don't think, I think we're losing him when we don't play him right back. He can get forward, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't stick him on a right wing because he's not a right winger.
No.
I don't think, I know people saying that I don't think Perez is, I know that. But we should be starting someone like Lookman. Why haven't we started Lookman in a position like that? Don't get me wrong, yes, he's a left winger, position more of a right winger, but we brought a winger in. Why not replacing him? All Brighton's getting starts over him. I think last game in the Premier League. Why not start Lookman? He's looked decent since he's come on the last 2 games, so why not give him a chance? And hopefully I see him on Brighton. Gray is a bold film.
That's all I am upsetting there, and I. If he's trying to come back with something. Hey, Reedy, have you seen the pictures with Jack in the Donny shop in the Nottingham Forest ground?
No,
but I'll have to send you them.
Okay, that's fine. Daniel says, why get on Perez's back? He scored, put a shift in. This week Madison hasn't done it for ages. Another reason for me saying that I think he done well last night. Like I say,
Madison shouldn't have come on.
His work rate, Perez's work rate yesterday was absolutely amazing for me. And I think that's just one part I just think we missed in the second half. No one really ran for the ball when they had it. But he was one that just always just tried to nick it off everyone. And I think, I don't know, it's hard to come back. But obviously we'll move on from Perez and all this team news now because this is a post-match and a pre-match show. Team news with the team from last game. Great. Who was your man of the match from last night?
What, for Leicester?
Yes, man of the match for last night for us.
Right. I'm going to say Daka did well.
Yeah.
Barnes did well, but I was impressed with Samore.
Yeah.
And that sort of 360 spin to take it round someone he like over the ball he did in the second half was class. He looked calm on the ball, his vision was good and that, but I think Daka definitely in the first half, he was hungry. He was chasing everything down. Bit like me when I'm going for pizza or chicken. He was just chasing everything down. He looked like Vardy.
Yeah.
5 years ago. I was really impressed with Daka. Nacho played brilliant. I don't think Tillemans had a bad game when he come on. Just made a few bad choices with the free kick straight across the halfway line and that. Ranks of the game surprised he went like that. Yeah, I'm with you there.
I think that was because of the yellow card for me. It was like both of our defensive midfielders had yellow cards. He had to take one off, and then shock. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to start now. I'm not going to say it for long. The referee was absolutely woeful last night. I don't get how that was a red card. From my angle, it just looks like he accidentally touched him. And
no, not from watching from the TV. His arm went into him, gave him a little tug. Wilf knew what he was doing because when he come off, he winked at Rodgers because Wilf obviously thought he was going to get away. It was silly, I think, for a lot of comments and looking at a stat today of cards that refs gave away in the last few games. He gave something ridiculous like 30-odd yellow cards. The guy was a pleb.
Yeah, thing is, it was just every single time you went, oh, we can get a foul here. Oh no, it's gone the other way.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
naturally, like a two-handed shove in his back in the box.
Yeah,
it didn't even go to VAR. It was
there was just chances. I just can't believe he gave the other way. It was like we have a foul in the box just outside the area or just inside the area. Don't give it, and then down the line when they're on the attack, we shove him in the back. Oh no, it's a foul.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go on about it. Obviously, we know the ref was just very poor last night, and we cost because of it, because obviously we got a red card and now we can't play against Lego Warsaw, I think, in the next Europa League game. But it's a hard thing to take, but we'll obviously move on from the ref as well, because it's
you're going to have to drop me out in a minute because I need to go to the little boys' room. But
yeah, that's fine.
All I'm going to say, all I just want to quickly say, because I'm not giving the Napoli idiots any time of the day, but anyone who is going to the away leg, God help you, stay safe. Yeah,
definitely.
So Reedy, good chatting. Let's go all the way.
Just to ask, did you say your man of the match, or did you just say a few players that played well?
I'm going to go Simore.
Simore, yeah.
Okay. Simore or Daka, one of them two. But I'm probably going to go with Simore because I hadn't seen him play, and he was solid. He was solid, and it was that 360 spin he done for me that won it.
Yeah.
All right,
that's fine.
so stay safe. Right. I'll chat to you Sunday, hopefully, before the game.
Yep, see you in a bit, mate.
See you later.
So, guys, it's just us in the chat now, so appreciate you coming in. But yeah, so next topic, obviously, man of the matches. So I'll say man of the match. For them, I'd give it to the ref, hands down. Man of the match, give it to the ref for the Napoli game. But the man of the match for us, do you know what? I'm gonna be nice to him. I'm gonna give it to Perez. Don't get me wrong, he was only had 45 minutes, but he did well for me, and I think for once he really showed that he should be in the side somewhere, maybe instead of Maddison. I don't know, but for me, Perez did change the game for us, and when he went off, it kind of lost it for us there. The ref must have won a competition drawn out. We've had no pro. Oh no pro at all. No. Number 9 was a handful. He will score a lot of goals for Napoli. Yes, I knew that. Obviously, Jack. I think Jack plays FIFA as well. We know he's good in FIFA and in real life. He's someone that. Do you know what? I thought Insigne would be the handful, but he just seemed to be overdoing stuff and always feel like he was gonna do the most amazing things in the world. It was just awful. But yeah, we'll move on to Brighton. Post-match is already gone. Pre-match is back. What is our thoughts on Brighton? Are we going to play our main squad, as in, Vardy, Barnes, Perez, Tillemans, all them people? Or do you reckon we'll switch it up again like we did last night? It's a here or there for me. I would like to see Daka start again. Just give him a bit of momentum now. He got a goal. Yes, it was a slab, but it was a good goal. I think we need a win, Craig. Definitely. We do need a win. Evans is injured and he is doubtful. I don't think he'll play for the next game, which is an issue. Maybe not for me, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's still there. I do think we'll make changes. I don't want to see Maddison. Yes, Paul, you keep coming up. The moment I'm about to say it, you say it. Play Daka or Iheanacho. Yes. I maybe play a 4-4-2 again. I just don't think Rodgers likes a 4-4-2 situation because there's nothing in midfield, and that's what Rodgers is all about. He wants to keep the ball and he wants to hold it. And I don't think a 4-4-2 does that for him, really. Kel starts for me. I don't know. I really like Kel, but I just don't think he'll work on his own. So we have to play 2 strikers, and then how does Barnes fit in, all that? Don't get me wrong, they played well with Vardy. I just want to see new players get a start, and it's not by putting Kelechi in for me. 100% Ross for Dewsbury Hall to start. I guess it's just, like I say, I think we've got a lot more players in the squad now, and it's hard to pick who goes where and what formation we play. For me, I don't know. Nico Miller says Nacho Man. Yes. Ricardo, I don't know. Why put Ricardo on the wing? For me, I can't ever see it. Don't get me wrong, he's fast and he can score. But use him in the fullback. Play wing backs. Use him as an attacking wing back, and he can still score from there. It's just a waste to use someone like that not in his right position. He's an amazing right back. He can attack, he can defend. Don't put him up front in the wing and lose a defender who's one of our best defenders in our defence. For me, it's crazy why you'd put him there. There you go. I'd rather play Castagna on the wing. He's more of that sort of player. And he played that for Atalanta, I think. I could say, Joe, I saw you at the game yesterday. Why did you say hi? Come and say hi. I'm always there to say hi to. Ross, I sent it in the group chat, so come and get it if you want it. Did it at Atlanta. There you go. Because, I wouldn't play Ricardo there. It's not for me. He's too needed in defence, and he's one of our best players in the defence. Well, one of the best players in the team. Why risk him? And every time he's in the team, he does think Norwich. He created the chance from right back. That's what we need. But yeah, we will get on because obviously now it's just me in the chat. It's going to be hard to talk about stuff. But results-wise, lineups, what are we thinking? We've said about Ian actually starting. We've said about Jimmy Hall starting. It's a hard one for me. I would like to see changes instead of the main 11 again because we don't look to have that creative flair for me. Maybe Dewsbury will change it, but for me, I'd like to see Lookman up front, Daka up front, and Barnes up front. That link up front may look quite impressive for me. Lookman's got a bit of skill, Barnes has got the pace, Daka's got both pace and a bit of skill. I think that could be really good for us. And then maybe the same team back behind it. I just don't want to see the same old Barnes, Perez, Vardy. It's just a bit boring now and we need it. Amati, what's wrong with that? I don't know what you mean. I'd like to see Amati back in now that Evans is gone, but I don't know what everyone's thoughts is. He did nothing wrong really, except for maybe at West Ham, but everyone had a bad game at West Ham. Surely, if there's a link, it should be for everyone, not just for you. You can all join the group chat, Fee. All of you can join the group chat, I think, anyway. Pretty sure it's open. So, you can have it for everyone. If you want to join, you can do. I think you have to go on the Facebook page and join the group chat. I think it is. I don't know. Don't ask me. Too much chomping and changing ain't needed. Stay with Callum Vards and any goals will flow. Councillor, welcome. I don't think I've seen your comments before, but yes. I don't know. For me, it's just, I think there's some changes needed to make us look a bit more solid and a bit more creative, because at the moment it's either a ball up through from the defence to attack and it's just not working, or we go down the wings and just get stopped on the wings. It's hard. Daniel Fox, it's interesting that we have a bigger, more flexible squad now. But this season, I think we're not going to get top 4 with squads holding them to top 4 positions. That's what I said before we even started. It's not, I don't think it's going to happen. We've not got, I don't know. We've got the team. We should have done this 2 years ago. This is where we should have got the team, and we probably would have done it. But we lost on injuries and all that stuff. Lookman is dangerous. Give him a go. Yes, I don't know why we're putting people in. Perez, don't get me wrong. Obviously, he can't play on Sunday, so hopefully Lookman gets in. But no shock, I'll probably see all Brighton in again. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in straight away. I think that sort of thing we need to change. It just gives a new kind of, I don't know, a new look to the team. Maybe. Would you take 7th? No. I think top 6 has to be a priority. But we'll get Ross in. He's eagerly waiting. Here he is.
7th. Well, if we win the Europa League, then I'll accept anything. If I'm honest, I'll accept anything if we win the Europa League. Mm-hmm. But before anyone bashes me saying, "Oh, it means 17th," blah blah blah. Listen, if we win that Europa League, nobody would care where we finish. Let's be honest.
Because
we'll people are going to say, "Oh yeah, but we finished 16th, 15th." We're not going to, by the way. I'm just very hypothetically, right?
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, but we won the Europa League, and then we're in Champions League, and then we go from there. But anyway, last night's game. Exactly.
You take anything if you get Europa League.
Yeah, exactly. End of the day, I'm not saying we're going to get relegated, but imagine if we did, we won Europa League, Champions League, and the Championship. That's mental. But no, I think Napoli. Yesterday, I was just a quick review on the game. I thought, we should have won. I think we should have won, but it didn't help them changes. When we were 2-0 up.
That's what I mean. I think our changes didn't help.
However, a point against one of the best teams in Italy. Considering how they had so many shots against us, and that guy up front is insane. Osimhen.
No, he does not.
No,
For me, he does not. He just plays his best 11, as in
reputation.
For me. Yes,
what Brendan Rodgers needs to do. He does play on. Most times he plays on form. Come on, Jack. Come to me door. You know where we live. No, he does. The thing is, though, he needs to go with form over reputation, because we're not going to be like one of them teams where no matter how without I got distracted now because of that comment now. What was I saying? No, I was just saying about form over reputation. You can't change a winning team unless there's injuries or suspensions. I mean. Obviously, indeed. So I thought the sending off was in all competitions, so he would only be suspended for Brighton.
Really?
I
thought it was just Europa League.
I thought it. Well, that's what I thought. But then the commentator I was listening to last night was saying he's suspended for the game against Warsaw when we play him in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'd rather lose him in the Europa League match than the league game. So if I'm honest,
the thing is, because we've got someone like Sumer who can take his place.
Sumer played well, to be fair.
But the thing is, for me, I think, like I said, I don't know if you heard the team news from me that are coming into Brighton. I think someone like Daka, Lookman, and Barnes together would just look incredibly pacey and dangerous. Don't get me wrong, Vardy's there. Yes, he's got pace as well, but something new, something people aren't really known of. Something creative, maybe.
You need to be creative. It's like, every single company in no matter what sports always have creative ideas, like when you're working in your workplace, ideas like incentives, creative ideas. And obviously I watch a lot of pro wrestling. They have creative ideas come up with storylines and stuff like that. You need to be creative, and I think with that we need to play a little bit differently, meaning with players. I'm not saying do it every week. We're like the tip when Ranieri, before he came to Leicester, he used to be known as the Tinkerman, isn't he? But he's change all the time. I hope we're not like that at all. But I think I agree with you to some sense. The Ricardo Castagna thing on the wings. See, I've always liked Ricardo. I've always wanted to see Ricardo on the wing because it gives a bit more freedom. But I take your point, and someone else, I can't remember who mentioned it, but Castagna playing at
Atlanta with
I think that could be interesting. It's just a shame we've got two amazing talent.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think Castagna has the pace that Ricardo has on the wing, but I just don't know why. Don't get me wrong, it might work, but I just think that Ricardo gives so much already in the right position, in the right back position. So why move him up and then lose that right back position? Like I say,
I get what you mean.
Through the defence and got an assist. He doesn't need to do any more. If he gets the goal, fair play. It's like Newcastle. I think he scored against Newcastle in the 5-0
No, that one.
5-0 win. Was it? Oh, either way, but that goal was good, and you get that all the way from defence, and he can still do that in defence. He doesn't need to be in the right mid, and that's why we put someone in Lookman. I don't get why he's getting a start.
I think, do you know what? Believe it or not, I think Brighton could be our toughest game out of these last 2 games. And I said this a few weeks ago. I said that Brighton would be a very tough game to do because they've won 3 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4 wins they've had. I think this season, Brighton, they're a very good. They've only lost to Everton, who are on fire, and with a certain player I'm not going to say, but Brighton away is going to be a very tough game, and a lot of Leicester fans, don't know the ins and outs of other teams. You need to go and watch Brighton. Them 4 games they've had. They've won 3 of them. They're on fire.
So here's the counter's point. He's saying that Castagne is a better defender, Ricardo's better attacking fullback. That's the thing. Yes, that's my case. Put Castagne left back. Yes, I know Bertrand plays there, and I know he's done well, but you just don't put Ricardo as an attacker. You put him as a defensive fullback, as an attacking fullback. It's what his job is, and he's created most of the stuff from fullback. And like I say, and then here's another topic. Why are we moving defenders into forwards when we've got the likes of Lookman, Barnes, Perez, Brighton, Daka, Vardy? We brought all these new attacking players in for no reason.
I see where he's coming from. I get that. With Daka, if I'm right in saying it, he's just full-on striker. Is he? Can he actually?
Who?
Daka.
Yeah, he's a full-on striker. I've heard people saying maybe play him on the wing because of his pace and whatnot, but for me, he knows where the goal is.
Here's the issue. We signed a certain player 5 years ago. We bought him as a striker. We ended up chopping him on the wing, and he didn't turn out so great. Musa. So I don't want that to happen again. He needs to be up there, up top. Just from the goal yesterday, you can see his quality. His shot wasn't. He knew where to shoot that ball with power on the floor. The keeper was right next to it, but he knew he wasn't getting to it. Yeah. So for me, he knows where the goal is. He knows how to score. 2 against QPR. They were both brilliant, taking goals. He knows what he's doing, and I think after he's given him a chance against Napoli, we've got to start him against Brighton. Give him a bit of momentum. Then bring Vardy on. Not 3 minutes to go, but maybe 25 minutes to go, maybe. But we will move on to the end of the show. Like I say, my thoughts on this lineup will be I think Barnes, Daka, and Lookman for me. It won't happen. We'll see all Brighton. We'll see Barnes and we'll see Vardy. No shot there. Don't get me wrong. I'll still be happy with the team. If we win, we win. But before we go, Ross. But I was just going to say my prediction. I said, my opinion, it's the toughest game because obviously Man City, we know what they are. We know how good they are. Napoli, it's the first time we've ever, as far as I'm aware, the first time we've ever played Napoli. Now we know what to expect of in the second game, providing there's no issues with trouble and stuff. So Brighton is going to be different, and it's going to be a tester because if we really I
wouldn't be not at all. After losing to Man City, even though you played brilliantly for me. After losing to Man City, this is a must-win for us.
It is every game's a must-win. You don't go into a game saying, "Oh, we're going to take a point." You want to win. You want to win every game. Of course you do. If you don't, it's like when you go to work. If you go into work half, there's no point. It's like a football. You go into every single game. You're not going to win every game, but you want to try and win every game. You want to give 110%. For the fans that have paid a lot of money, 30 quid away tickets to travel down south on the coaches and stuff to pay to go and see them win, or at least give it the best performance of their lives. So I want to see us win, but I would depends on how the games go. I would take a point. The way that Brighton have been playing, they've won 3 out of 4. They're playing very well at the moment. So I would take a point at the minute. But
for me, it's all about as long as we play well and as long as we're happy with the performance, even if the cases we lose, as long as we've done the best we can. And they've just outplayed us. Fair play, but as long as we're not making mistakes, sloppy.
They are a good side, though, Brighton. They play very well. They've signed some good players this season. So my score prediction, Joe put it in the comments. So I've seen your comment, Joe. I think it's going to be a very tough game. I think Brighton will score. I think You know, because obviously last year when we beat 2-1, they didn't. You know, they just scored out of nothing. So I'm gonna say the same again. I think 2-1. I remember Marty got the winner last time. If he starts, I mean, who's to say he could do it again? I mean, if he does start, you know. But is Johnny Evans out? Did you say?
Yeah, he's very doubtful. He's got a foot injury again. No shot. Thing is, that's the thing with me. The moment someone's back fit, I feel like we risk them just because we know it's Evans and now he's injured again. It's for me. You give him a bit of time to recover and then bring him in. The
problem is now Soyuncu.
Do you know what? I'd rather play a Marty, man.
Do you know what? I at the minute I agree. You know, he had a shocker for Turkey in not only did he get sent off, I'm on about in the Euros. He's out of all games that he does, like I said, I'm not saying he's a bad player before anyone starts bashing me. He's a very talented player, but the issue is he's got to learn to control his temper, to control when to tackle. You know, giving away sloppy goals against West Ham, giving away that penalty against Norwich. He's got to keep him in check. That's the issue with him. Don't get me wrong; he's a fantastic player on his day. He's one of the best centre backs in the Premier League on his day. But the issue is mistakes like that are going to cost you. So I agree with you to an extent. I think Amartey was unfortunate to be dropped against Man City. I think he didn't do nothing wrong against Norwich. I think he played very well. And so if you're going to start centre backs, I probably would go with Amartey, and I think Vestergaard. Yeah, that might be a big one, but at the minute we've got to go by form, and I think Amartey should give him that opportunity. Yeah, if he plays bad, then that's one of the things. Fair enough, he's not done well, but give him that shot. And then we've got Millwall, if I'm right in saying, after that in the League Cup.
Yeah.
Do you know what? A lot of people say, I want to win that cup. I'll tell you why before you kick me out. All right. Jamie Vardy has won the Premier League, Community Shield, FA Cup, and all Brighton has won the exact same. Schmeichel has won the exact same. Obviously, he won the championship. They won the championship as well. Sorry, my apologies. They won the championship too. Winning the League Cup, all the top domestic trophies in England. And a lot of people don't realise that. Well, I'm not about the Europa Conference League stuff. I don't care about that. Unless obviously we finish 10th. That's different. But I want to win it. The last time we were the last team to win the League Cup at the old Wembley. The last team, and my dad took my mum over me, which I still don't forgive him for. And I was only a kid, but still good memories. But now we won it against Tranmere 2000. I want to win it again this year. I have not been so bothered over the last few years, but this year I really want to win it. The League Cup. Then before Vardy retires or Schmeichel retires over years or Albrighton or anything, they can say they've won the top 3 domestic trophies in England. No one else could. Well, I know some players could say that, but for a team like us, a team like Leicester, little old Leicester, as people, or boring Leicester over years, we've had loads of names over years. That would be fun. So I don't know if anyone else agrees as well. I
hope so. I hope so. It's not. I feel for me, it's like say before we end. All I want to do is either win a cup or win Europa League, and I don't care where we finish in the Premier League then. But it's either top 4 or Premier or the Europa League for me, and that's a good enough season for me.
Don't get me wrong. We want to win every domestic trophy. As I mentioned, you want to win. You go into. Unless you obviously you'd be lazy and play out the most worst team or whatever. We've won the FA Cup. That was bragging over our heads for years. We've done that now. I still want to win it again. That'd be awesome. Defending it again, that would be amazing. But League Cup is the one for me. I want to get in top 4, top 6. We all do. We all want to win the Europa League. We all do. But I would love to win the League Cup. This time, and then we'll go from there. So I've had a long day. We've had iPhone launch today. Yes, exactly. It's been hectic. So I'm gonna go and chill out, play some FIFA, and maybe some COD. So
right. I'll let you go, but stay in after the show, and I also need to speak to you about something. But we'll be back.
Oh, you sound like one of my managers at work.
Yes, I appreciate you joining, and I'll speak to you after the show.
No worries, I'll stay on.
So, guys, that is it. Yes, we've spoke about all the game last night, all the games coming up. Hope you enjoyed. Yes, I've seen all the comments. I'm sorry if you've not been put on the screen. Appreciate you all coming in. Let's hope we've been practicing from the back. Yes, hope so. It's 2-1 City. You've not got many views on the scoreline, but hopefully so. Hope so. Yeah, Matty Elliott and Tags won the league. I scored with the great Martin O'Neill. Can't remember. I wasn't old enough. But yes, appreciate you all joining. Just to recap, like every show we do, correct score, minute we score, I think, all that stuff, to win the pizzas or to win the pie, I'm pretty sure of it. And here we go. Tomorrow is nothing because there's no game. Sunday is the watch along for the game. Doesn't say on there, but it is because it's a Sunday now. Sunday before math show with Jamie. I'm pretty sure he's doing it unless he's doing it after the game, which is here or there. Then it's Monday with Phil with his post-match show on the Brighton game. Then you've got Jack with his weekly show of the Leicester women. An away fan show with Jack again. For the... Can someone help me with the game? What game we got next? What?
Brighton!
No, the game after that.
Oh,
Millwall, yes. Millwall, away fan show. Hopefully he's doing that. Prediction show again with Tom on Thursday and again me on Friday. Appreciate you all joining. It's a long one, but we've got everything covered and appreciate you all joining. So hope you've had a good show and we'll be back next time.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.